One thing that's very key to understand about my work is that I'm utilizing a design process called a dense pack. And a dense pack basically is a lot of things are forced or crammed into a very small area. And you as the viewer or as the audience, you have to sift through this kind of cacophony of visuals that are packed on top of each other. And then you can't get it all. You can't receive all the information, so you have to slowly walk through it. And so if you look at this image, the first thing I'm hoping that people will be captivated is the gaze of Mary, looking straight at you. Her eyes are wide open. She knows what she holds inside of her hand, and she also knows the pressures that this child is going to have to endure. She also understands what is coming after this child. It's trying to steal it, destroy it.
Is this reference to kind of the birth narrative in Revelation 12 and 13, where there's kind of a cosmic view of a dragon, like that? Yes. Or is this reference to the evil one that's coming after every child, or is it both?
It's both. It has both of those narratives that I tried to conflate and push together inside there. But also, if you look at that composition, there's a little patch on her shoulder, and it has the letters AOG on it. Yeah. And the AOG stands for the armor of God, which goes to the book of Ephesians, where Paul writes that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and things in high places, and encourages followers and believers to put on the whole armor of God. So this mother has that armor of God girding her body, and that is what she's trying to nurture and feed to this child. If you look at her lips, I didn't close her mouth. Her mouth is postured in a way in which she's singing.
Yeah, and you have some cultural references here. There's kind of good, bad, and ugly, and it's just like all of it, it's sort of unflinching, It's like yes. that there's things that there are cultural pressures or maybe history that could be either unique to her, unique to certain cultures, or whatever, but it's like regardless, yes. It's hers to carry. Yes. She has it, and she can't just sort of wish it away, and that's...
In this piece, as her arms around it, yes, there's this pyramid structure, which is one of the strongest not only architectural forms, but in the design form.
Sure, visual form.
But it's also a symbolic form. It's God the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit, and it's nestled about. And she's got her arms out in a very strong posture, and her arms are
She's a strong woman. These are worker hands.
No, those are worker hands for sure.
Yeah.
But even look at her fingers and the delicate nature and how they wrap and drape around the child. Right. There's a delicateness, there's a sensitivity that is there as well, even in the midst of all that power that she has.
This last question, what do you hope? What do you hope happens? How do you hope people interact with this? Or, what's your design?
My hope is that people would take the time to stop to read it and to read the image and see the biblical truths that are embedded within it, see the everyday that's embedded in it, but also know that we have help through it all.